Hi, this is my first vlog from bed, so a good indication that my chemo started yesterday, my first one. I'll talk about that in a minute, but this week has again been lots of appointments. I'm looking forward to those actually becoming only sort of once every 3 weeks moving forward. So I had my second oncology appointment this week. They told me that my CT scan came back as fine. Yeah. It's amazing how much stuff now makes you feel really good. And I'm just clinging on to anything like that. So that was good news. And I then had a bone scan the next day to check it hasn't spread to my bones, and I found out the next day the bone scan looks fine. Yes, another tick. And then yesterday was my first chemo session. So Mum and Nick came with me. I didn't really know what to expect. I wasn't scared. I just kind of wanted to get it over and done with. I think it's the fear of the unknown that is worse than actually going through it. So I got there. I've had my PICC line put in, which is under here, but it's covered up under there somewhere. And they basically put a PICC line in because my veins are really tiny, and it's just easier than trying to find a new vein every time. That was quite good. The nurse who did it was really good, which helped. Wasn't too painful. And then I opted for the cold cap. I can't remember if I've spoken about this before, but essentially the concept is that you wear this during chemo and then your hair is less likely to fall out. So it's by no means guaranteed, but I'd rather try it. And so it's like a rubber cap that fits to your head, but it's really thick and really heavy. And they put that on and then put almost like, it looks like a water polo hat. It was in pink, so it's my colour, which is fine. But you put that on, and there's a tube which comes out of it, which is attached to this unit, which basically pumps freezing cold water to your head. It was not pleasant at all. It basically, for the first 15 minutes or so, oh, excuse me, the first 15 minutes, it feels like you've got really horrible brain freeze. And then obviously you get really cold. But then after that, the thing I found really hard was just the weight of it. So heavy. And afterwards I had quite a bit of pain, at the top of my back. But I'm definitely going to have it next time. I think it's a worthwhile thing to do. So I had that. I'm going to try and do something whizzy and put a picture in of me in the cold cap so you can see what it looks like. So hopefully I'll be able to do that. And then the drugs start pumping through your system, which is really scary because it just feels like lots of poison going into your body. It was fine. I read magazines and stuff, and we chatted. And the type of chemo I have, the nurse has to sit there with a syringe. And then because of the cold cap, you have to sit there for an hour afterwards. So it does extend the chemo, which is a little bit annoying, but I'm hoping it will make a difference. And then I didn't actually feel too bad directly afterwards. I came home, Nick cooked, which was lovely. And then, my chemo finished my cold cap came off at 5:30. And then by 8:30, I was absolutely exhausted. I've never known anything like it. I was so tired. I actually had ME or chronic fatigue syndrome, whichever one you want to call it. But I had that when I was 16, and it kind of took me right back to that. And not being able to move and just feeling so exhausted. And I just felt, even though they'd given me anti-sickness tablets at the hospital, I felt like I was going to throw up. It was pretty horrible. I didn't throw up, which is good. Had quite a disturbed night's sleep. I think the problem is, at first, is you just get really paranoid. So I kept thinking like my chest was hurting and lots of different things. And you've been given this leaflet which says symptoms to look out for and when to ring them. So I just want this first 3 weeks out the way, so that I can kind of get used to symptoms and how they feel. And then, yeah, I woke up this morning feeling really sick, but I've got loads of anti-sickness tablets to take for the next 3 days. They seem to be kind of doing the trick. Like, I feel sick, but I don't feel horrific. This morning I woke up with like the worst, basically what felt like a hangover, just without the fun the night before, which is a bit disappointing. And then some of Nick's friends came round earlier, which is actually really nice. It was tiring, but nice to see people and kind of just be distracted for a little bit. So kind of that was my day, really. I mean, I'm so lucky. I've got so much support. It's insane. I've never had so many messages, phone calls, and just basically everyone. Everyone is amazing. Couldn't do it without them at all. So tonight, I get to watch Strictly Come Dancing because I have cancer and I'm pulling the cancer card, and Nick will have to watch it with me. So every cloud. I also now get to have the bedside table evidence, which I haven't had in the 7 years I've lived in this house with my husband. So far, it's brilliant. So I'll probably check in like in a week's time, see how I'm getting on. Until then, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, just go below and it's all there. Okay, thanks, bye.